There were lunch boxes made by Aladdin, and there was the costume made by Ben Cooper. Matter of fact, the Ben Cooper company said that the costume was their biggest selling costume ever. It outstripped all the other costumes by 60%. And there were the chalk-tipped swords. Empire Plastics made some little swords that had chalk on the end to make the sign of the Z. There were Z's everywhere.
Quem visitava a Disneylândia via Zorro pessoalmente? Guy Williams desfilava com seus rivais do programa, incluindo Britt Lamont, que fazia Montessario.
One of the things Disney was very, very into was personal appearances. He said it's not only important to do a good job on the show, but you got to go out and plug it. And we went out and we plugged it. And one of the places we plugged it was we went down to Disneyland. And there we did a fencing routine on the old steamboat. And then a guy was supposed to jump on his horse and ride away. Well, the first time we did it, we had this wonderful fencing routine on the steamboat. Of course, I was finally disarmed and dishonored. And Guy, triumphantly walked down the gangplank and leaped on his horse. Unfortunately, he went over the other side of the horse. You see, it fell right on his tushy.
Claro que algo assim jamais aconteceria com Zorro no programa de TV. Este foi dos projetos favoritos de Disney, e ele cuidou de todos os detalhes pessoalmente.
They built an enormous set on the back lot. They spent about $75,000 per episode, which in those days was a lot of money. It's not today, but it was one of the most expensive shows on television at the time, and it all went into the production of the show. Costumes, the fencing was very expensive to film and to produce, the rehearsal time. He really went about it as he went about everything in a first-rate fashion.
Disney queria tanto realismo que exigiu que os atores usassem espadas de verdade nos duelos.
When we first started our first fencing scene, the first couple of seconds of the scene, Guy forgot one of the movements, and instead of a point to the body, he cut to my head, and I couldn't get it in time, and kind of his sword grazed the top of my eye, the eyelid, and Guy, of course, was, tremendously apologetic and almost in tears. He said, I've hurt him, my God, the first couple of seconds. And I said, Guy, it's a scratch, stop it, And I kind of have a little scar to this day from it.
Apesar do imenso sucesso do programa, Walt Disney o encerrou em 1959. O alto custo da produção provocou divergências com a rede ABC, e o seriado acabou após apenas 2 anos. Mas o Zorro de Disney ainda era a sensação no início dos anos 60. Episódios do seriado foram reeditados como especiais de TV e longas-metragem. As crianças continuavam a comprar produtos do Zorro, e Guy Williams, ainda contratado por Disney, continuava a fazer shows.
Guy Williams was the perfect choice for Zorro. It was probably the perfect part for him, too, because he never had another part after that fit him quite as well as Zorro did.
Estamos apresentando Biografia Zorro. Voltamos a apresentar Biografia Zorro.
O seriado Zorro de Disney, que havia feito tanto sucesso alguns anos antes, desapareceu da televisão americana. E os planos de relançar a série no meio dos anos 60 nunca se concretizaram. Mas Disney lançou o programa em outros países, e o Zorro de Guy Williams continuou a deixar sua marca no público estrangeiro.
Guy began to get requests to go to different places at when they would have their peak time, ratings week. And one of the places they asked him to come to was Argentina for ratings week. And he started going down there and loved it. He went alone the first time, and he came back and he said, "You won't believe what happened down there. The airport must be 30 or 40 miles from the city, and completely all the way along the route, just throngs of people watching the car go, watching him go by. And you'd go into a restaurant and the entire restaurant would stand and applaud. Over many, many strange experiences like that.
Guy Williams, que uma vez quis deixar de ser Zorro para não ficar limitado, se mudou para a Argentina, onde poderia ser Zorro para sempre. Ele continuou a fazer shows, às vezes com Henry Calvin, que fazia o Sargento Garcia. Nos Estados Unidos, a marca do Zorro foi refilmado novamente para a TV em 1974, estrelando Frank Langella. Mas o raio não caiu de novo no mesmo lugar, e o filme não ajudou a carreira de Langella. O humor sempre foi importante nas histórias do Zorro, mas em 1980 surgiu a primeira comédia do Zorro. George Hamilton, Lauren Hutton e Brenda Vaccaro estrelaram Zorro, Entre a Espada e as Plumas.
Oh, I thought it was brilliant, and I thought George Hamilton was one of the funniest men that I knew at the time, and that he had done Love at First Bite, and had done this incredible comic character of Dracula, and that he was now about to approach this romantic character of Zorro, and doing Zorro as two brothers, one being gay and the other one being straight. I thought it was total genius.
Em 1981, Zorro apareceu em histórias em quadrinhos e no desenho animado As Novas Aventuras do Zorro. De todas as versões americanas do personagem, esta foi a primeira vez na qual a voz do Zorro foi feita por alguém de descendência espanhola. O ator Henry Darrow. Darrow teve a chance de representar Zorro no filme de Disney Zorro e Seu Filho, em 1983, um seriado cômico que durou pouco. O seriado tinha Bill Dana no papel de Bernardo e Paul Regina como o filho do Zorro.
Zorro's son was Zorro's getting on in years. He has a son who doesn't know he's Zorro, and he sent that son away to Spain to go to university. So now Zorro, what I think. What happened was that I come back from university and I discover my father's Zorro.
You, Zorro?
So he passes on the legacy.
Well, the fact that that it was Zorro at the age of 50, which was my age at the time, it was Zorro whose feet hurt, my feet hurt. His back could go out of whack. My back could go and did on occasion on the show.
So, Zorro grows too old, does he? Whatever I have lost in youth, senores, I have gained in wisdom. Hi, Chihuahua. For instance, if God wished us always to jump, why would he have given us stairs?
So, and I got to wear Guy Williams' wardrobe, but they had to shorten it by 3 inches because he was 6'3" and I'm only 6. So that was fun, and I, at the time, I could fit into it. I don't know that I could fit into it now.
O seriado teve apenas 6 episódios. Guy Williams pensava em deixar sua aposentadoria e voltar a representar Zorro. Ele fez o teste para o papel em Zorro e Seu Filho, mas não estava bem de saúde e voltou para a Argentina. Em 1989, Guy Williams morreu aos 65 anos. Em 1990, a tocha foi passada adiante com a estreia do novo seriado do Zorro na TV, com Duncan Regehr como protagonista.
Zorro, it's an actor's dream to play. You get to do all those things you wanted to do as a kid. You play with swords and run around well, maybe not the girls so much, but, you know, you do get to do the sword fights and ride horses and make believe. It's lovely.
E em 1993, Zorro voltou às revistas de onde havia surgido, quando a Topps Comics lançou o personagem numa nova série de aventuras em gibis.
I think Zorro is such a good subject for comics because he's such a visually dynamic character. He's not a cruel man. He should never have a really mean, cruel look to him. But he looks so great when he's riding across the landscapes, when he's riding in the mountains, or when he's coming up to those haciendas. I love to see Zorro creeping over those terracotta rooftops. If somebody told me when I was a kid that one day I would be writing Zorro, I could not have computed that. I would just go, what are you talking about? I mean, that would be impossible. Why would someday somebody pay me cash money to write about Zorro? I love Zorro.
Desde seu humilde começo em 1919, Zorro desperta a imaginação de todas as gerações. Com o passar dos anos, sua aparência pode ter mudado, mas seus objetivos nobres continuam os mesmos. Muitos bandidos tentaram detê-lo, mas ele nunca foi derrotado. Parece que Zorro ainda continuará a lutar pelo que é certo por muitas gerações.
This guy, it doesn't just go out and be a vigilante. He doesn't just go out and avenge things. He's having a ball. It's this fun-loving, mischief maker thing that makes him different.
Desde que o Zorro apareceu na revista chamada A Maldição de Capistrano, em 1919, até os dias de hoje, esse ousado vingador mascarado conquista o público do mundo todo. Hoje, os produtos de Zorro incluem um jogo de tabuleiro alemão, fantasias francesas e até doces feitos na Escandinávia. Este é Biografias e eu sou Jack Perkins. Até a próxima vez.